Hello everyone, today I'm going to show how to make the paper F-14 with the intake. The first thing we need to do is to get two pieces of A4 papers. And the first step is to fold the paper not in half, just like the F-35 intake. But however, this one you need a longer piece of paper. So you have to leave like 2 inches of space over here. Just like this. Just make a fold from the bottom. And then leave 2 inches of space on the top. Now just cut the extras. And just like that. Now you have to open the piece of paper. Just move it out. And now you just tape them together. Just like this. Put a few more pieces of tape so the paper won't rip in half sometimes. Okay, so for the first step, you have to fold the left side into the middle. And now the next step is to flip it over. And see, this is the left side in my view. So this part folded over here is the intake. So just fold it halfway towards the middle, but a little bit more than half. See? And then you flip it back. And now you just fold this up to, yeah, kind of like 1/3. 1/3, I meant. And now your paper is going to look like this. Fold this, and then, yeah, that's the intake. This one is a little bit different from the F-35 because this one is way more harder than that one. Because the intake for this one is the full intake, unlike the F-35, which is only half. Now you just have to open this part. You fold it back in half. And now you just have to cut like let me see, 1/4 of the paper. And I just cut in here and then make this small little cut look like thingy, I guess. And now you just have to cut open this part. Just like this. It turned to 2 pieces of paper right now. Separate them for the next other part. Okay, so after you do that, the next step is to do this. You fold over here. Let me show you. Right over here, you just fold it up. Just this top layer. You just fold this part like this. Same as the other side. Try to do it as accurate as you can. Now the next step, I'm gonna take a pen. Wait, no, I'm gonna take a sharp. No, never mind. The next step, if you have to just try to draw yourself a nice line into over here, which is where the intake is. And now the next step is to cut down here, and then cut 1/2 inch more. it's the best if you actually open the whole paper like this, and then you just fold it so you can see the line and know where to cut. Oops. See, just like this. Don't cut the whole thing, just cut where you drew the line. See? Just like this. And now you just fold everything back. And you fold it like this. And then back to here. Now the next step is to fold this part down. And leave, never mind. Do the same to the other side. And now just open back this part, and you fold the extra over here into here. Now cover it up, you turn it over, and you do the same. After you do that, just put some tape on it. Oops. So after I finish doing that, just cut here, cut back to where you know, where you cut before. And then you just fold this part down. Make sure this part touches the edge over here, the bottom edge. And then you do the same to the other side. And then the next part, you just over here in half of it, and then you just do some, you just find the midpoint and cut this down a little bit. And same as over here, draw yourself a less line so you can cut it correctly. Be careful where you cut, because if you cut the whole thing, you're gonna have to start over again. And now the next step is to just open it up, just like this. Fold it down, just like this. And now fold it back to half. Now just put some tape on it so this won't have to move a lot. And then put some more tape on the other side as well. Now the next part is to just have to fold back the intake into right over here. And then fold it back. If you look closely, you can see that over here is kind of overlapping right here. You cannot allow that to happen, so you have to cut a little bit more shorter. And then you just draw yourself a line. Then just cut it off. The lines are like about 1 centimeter long. Well, but for this kind of airplane, you cannot measure, you have to estimate. Then fold it backward. And now this is good to go. So for next part, you just have to fold this down. Same as the other side. And now fold this part down. You turn the other side and you do the same thing. Now next part, you're supposed to fold this part right over here up, but this thing is kind of like in the way, so you have to move it out a little bit, and then you have to fold this part down. After you do that, do the same thing to the other side. Now you just put some tape on it. Now you're gonna fix some more tape. Open up over here, and you see right here. Wait, no more ink. Right over here, right through the line, just put some tape under it, under the line, so it won't have to move that much. Do the same thing to the other side. And now the next part, next step, you just have to, you see right here where the engine is, this part, at the little tail part, you have to fold the airplane set down. Just like this. After that, do the same thing to the other side. And now for here, you just have to fold it like, you see where oh my god. You see where he is? Just find the midpoint over here. Just fold it towards the tail. Just like this. And now you do the same to the other side. Oh yes, for the intake, we're gonna do that later because that's gonna be the last part. For right now, we just want to focus on the airplane first. Now for the next step, you just have to wait. So the next step, you just have to this pen or marker is no good. So you just have to cut right over here. Just a little bit to the bottom. Don't cut that much. Now after you've done that, just fold this part inward. Just like that. Now next part is to do this. You pull this part back up like this. Wait, give me a second. Here, just open the model back like this. And then you can see two lines right here. And then, oh my god, that pen is no good as well. Now you just have to, you can see two lines right here. And you guys can see that. I'm gonna try to find a better pen first. Yeah, right here. So, you can see two lines right here. The line on the bottom and the line on the top. So for a line on the top, you just have to cut a little bit right here. This little triangle. Just cut this part down like this. And then just fold this part down. right? And now do the same thing to the other side. And then just fold this smaller back. Now of course, for the next thing, just tip it back together. Just put a little bit of tape over here. Just like this. And now next part, you see right over here where it's moving a lot. Just put more tape over there. And now do the same to the other side. Now, oops. Now for this part, you can see right here, this line, and here. Yeah, just draw a parallel line. Just like this. And then you just fold it down. Do the same thing to the other side. And after you finish that, just leave like 1 centimeter of space right over here. Then just draw a line right through here. Right on top of this wing, I guess. Just do that, and now just cut it. And after you have done that, you can see this part is free. So now you have to fold this down. Do the same to the other side. And now for the wing, if you want it to be the open wing, you just fold it out like this. Fold it out like this. If you want the open wing. If you want the sweep wing, just try to fold it towards the tail. And you can change it, but after you make the model, this thing have to stay in the wing position you have made. So if you want one sweep wing and one open wing, just make another one. And do the same thing to the other side. Wait, no, I did it wrong. Sorry. So just fold the airplane to half. Open back the wing. And now just fold this part up. And do the same thing to the other side. Now fold. Now fold this part down. Try to do it as neat as you can because it might affect the way the airplane flies. Do the same to the other side. After that, you see this little part where we cut before? Just put on top of the wing so you can seal it. See? Just like this. Now tape them together. Now you tape the under. Now next step is to do the same thing to the other side. Now you take it under just like the other wing. Now you can see you have the wing already. Now just fold this part down. See this back wing right here? Fold both of them down. And now you see this giant part is going to be the back tail wing, I guess. Now you just have to fold it backward. Try to estimate and make it look like the real airplane wing. Now just do the same thing to the other side. Now just draw yourself a shape of the real airplane wing. Just like this. I suck at drawing, so yeah. Just like this. Now you just cut the shape out. And there is the airplane. Back wing. My tape is too big. Now just tape it together so it won't wobble that much. And here, the next step, we're going to make this part. Now you have to fold this tail wing up, just like this. Now you do the same thing to the other side. Try to do it as similar as possible. And now the next part, we're just going to fold this down. Same as the other side. Now open this part up. And then see right here, you have to fold this down so the wing can be locked. There you do the same thing right over here. Do the same thing to the other side. Now after you've done that, just tape it. Oh my god. And tape the back part as well, so it won't become loose. Do the same thing. Try to use as less tape as possible so the airplane can be lighter to fly. And now for over here, you can see this part. The main wing and this hind wing is separated, so just try to tape them together so it won't move during the flight. And the same thing to the other side. Now after that, just open the airplane up, fold this wing, and there is the F-14, and soon we're gonna make the intake. As you can see, my wing is too big, so I have to cut it down into smaller wing. And try to make it look as realistic as possible. And now cut the back. You can just cut your own wing because mine might look not that good. And here is the F-14. And now fold the wing for the airplane to have. And then you can see here, leave a little bit space. And then fold the wing down, because that's how the real one look like. Do the same thing to the other side. Now next step, you just have to tape it to the body so it won't move that much. Same as here. And now just fold this part down and see if it make you satisfied, like this. And then for airplane's head, we're going to fold the airplane in half first. For the airplane's head, just simply fold it down a little bit over here. Same over here. And now fold this part down. This is going to give the airplane more weight so it can fly better. And now just tape them down together. Tape this part and then keep on taping it so it won't become loose. And the next part is to make the just tape the airplane to have. Wait, before we do that, try to like fold it inward. Just like this. This will make the airplane look more skinnier. If you can do it, just don't do it. You don't have to. I shouldn't have done it. Ah, never mind. Leave that part alone. Now we're going to just tape this together so it won't have a gap. This part, tape it together. Same for the head. Now just fold the whole airplane into half. Now for over here, just you can see here it's kind of like coming up, but you have to try to make it as straight as possible. So fold this part down. Fold this part down as well. You can see here. That was just my neighbor talking right there. Now I cut this part as well. Now after I have done that, fold this part up. Fold this other part up as well. And then try to match it together with this line right over here. Just try to match it up. Here, see? Match them up. Just do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so the next part, we are going to cut the intake a little bit so it look more realistic. See, the intake goes inward and then goes down. Just try to cut that to both sides. And do the same thing to the other side. Make it as close as possible. Now airplane looks like this. For the intake, just tape them with the body together or the main wing. Just try to make them stay together so the intake won't fall off. Do the same thing to the other side. And after I have done that, for the airplane to have, and then for right over here, okay, so right here, just make it parallel to the other line, to this line down here. Make fold it parallelly. And now, for the next part, just try to make it as equal as possible to the bottom. And after you've done that, just do this. Try to see if it fits. If it if you have some excess excess paper like this, just cut this down and make this more smooth looking. Now the next part, we're going to take some tape. You see right here, open it right here on the top. Put a piece of tape on it. Put half of a piece of the tape on it, like this. Right? Yeah, see, you see a tape like that. And do it to the back part. And now just try to put. Wait. Try to do it as this. Make this as good as possible. Well, you have to cut this down a little bit more, just for me. If you don't have to, just don't. No, just make it fit in there. Now just put two of the tape like this. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so just do this. Just the way you did to the left side. If you don't think it's good enough, just wait. Let me get another piece of tape. If you don't think this is good, just cut a bit more downward. And then just put a pencil or a pen into it, and then just make sure the tape sticks. And after you do that, you see here the wing like that is like this. Just fold this part down. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so the airplane is not done yet because of this part. You have to like tape it to the intake. Now you just put a little piece of tape in over here. Put just like this. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay. So make it as symmetrical as you can. Okay, after you finish this, just try to, put a piece of tape right here between two of these intakes. Just put. It might be hard to put on. Use a pen. Oh yeah, put it on the top, not the inside. And then just, yeah, it's pretty much done. But you have to adjust it so it can fly good. Most of the time the first fly sucks because it's not adjusted yet. And just cut a little bit near the wing. And your F-14 intake is finished. See, the intake look pretty nice down here. Oops, it's a little bit cropped up. Try and make your intake as symmetrical as you can, so it don't ruin the flight. And now the intake looks pretty good, and the whole airplane is done. Well, personally, I don't know how to draw this airplane, but it does fly. Cause last time I do the other one down the balcony, and it flies pretty good. Just try to draw. You might have to hold over here, or hold the front, but I would just hold the back right over here, and then just draw it like that. That's a terrible draw. Oh yes, you have to tape on back over here as well. Now the airplane is almost finished. Do the same thing to the other side. Wait. Oh my god, I'm terrible at taping. Damn it. It doesn't matter. So after you finish the airplane, just try to fly it as good as possible. If the first time sucks, just do it like 2 or 3 more times, cause it took me like 20 tries to make the intake on this airplane. So just like and subscribe if you want to. So see you guys. Wait for the F-18 tutorial if you want, but you can tell me if you want me to post it or not, cause I personally don't think the F-18 is that good. So see you guys.